Some characters don't just exist on screen, they own it. Cobb, the Penguin, is one of those characters. Ruthless, ambitious, and dangerously charismatic, he's not just another gangster, he's Gotham's next legend. Welcome to Screen Legends Speak, where we dig deep into the most unforgettable TV and movie characters, their stories, their impact, and the moments that make them legendary. From cold-blooded criminals to charismatic anti-heroes, we're here to celebrate the best of the best. And today, we're talking about one of Gotham's most dangerous rising crime lords, Oswald Cobb, a.k.a. the Penguin.
Trust me, it's just the beginning.
The Penguin isn't just another crime series. It's a gritty, no-holds-barred deep dive into the underbelly of Gotham. A spin-off from The Batman, 2022.
Don't let me hurt you. You better watch it. You know my reputation? Yeah, I do.
This series puts the spotlight on Cobb, played masterfully by Colin Farrell, showing his ruthless rise in Gotham's crime world. But what really makes the Penguin stand out? It's raw, unfiltered storytelling, and a protagonist who is not just a villain, he's a force of nature. Unlike most crime bosses, Oz isn't born into power. He fights, claws, and schemes his way to the top, proving that in Gotham, survival is for the strongest. And the best part? It's not just about action, but survival in a city that devours the weak. Every scene drips with tension, every move feels like a strategic play, and Gotham itself breathes with danger. And that's not all. The raw cinematic storytelling keeps fans hooked, making The Penguin a must-watch for anyone craving a dark, gripping crime saga.
Not that I'm complaining.
Why do fans love Cobb? What makes Cobb so compelling isn't just his brutal ambition, it's the moments that define him.
There's a gangster. Real old school type. Rex Calabrese.
The moments that show us he's not just a gangster, but a man fighting for his place in a city that chews people up and spits them out. Take, for example, that chilling moment in episode 3 when Oz faces off against a rival gang leader. Instead of resorting to immediate violence, he delivers a cold, measured speech about power, fear, and respect. Then, with a smirk, he walks away, knowing he's already won. That's Cobb in a nutshell, a man who doesn't just survive, he dominates. Then there's episode 5, when Oz is forced to make an impossible decision, betray an old friend or risk losing everything he's built. What's fascinating is not just what he does, but how he does it, with a mix of regret, calculation, and ruthless efficiency. It's moments like these that show he's not just a villain, he's a complex, layered character fighting his own demons. And of course, there's his signature wit. Oz isn't just deadly, he's darkly funny, with comebacks that cut just as deep as his threats.
Plain set up for the honest man to succeed. The world wasn't built for guys like us.
Whether he's taunting an enemy or making light of a brutal situation, his words carry weight. Lines like, "They're gonna tell stories about us one day, kid," don't just sound cool, they define his mindset. He's not here to play, he's here to build a legacy.
You want revenge? What the fuck is stopping you? They're right over there!
Through all these moments, his calculated moves, his brutal decisions, and his sharp wit, Cobb cements himself as one of Gotham's most unforgettable figures. He's not just climbing the ranks, he's rewriting the rules of the game. And that's why fans can't get enough of the Penguin.
The bridge that was built by your ancestors, Donny boy. But it ain't named Sullivan, huh? No, it's named for the rich crooks who took credit for your family's hard work.
Top 10 Cobb, the Penguin, dark and gritty quotes. Cobb is not just some city slicker with a fancy suit, he's a cold-blooded mastermind, running Gotham with an iron grip. His words, sharp as a razor and twice as deadly. So let's get rolling with his darkest, grittiest quotes. 10. "They're gonna tell stories about us one day, kid." Oz isn't just thinking about the present, he's building a legacy. This line shows his belief that he and Vic are more than just criminals. They're creating something bigger than themselves. It's about power, reputation, and making history in Gotham's underworld.
If we come together right here, right now, they're gonna talk about this night.
He says this in Episode 6, Gold Summit, after securing more loyalty and rising in power. Oz reassures Vic that their work isn't just about survival, it's about becoming legends. 9. How's anyone supposed to know your worth unless you tell them, huh? Oz believes that power is not given, it is taken. This quote is all about self-respect and demanding what you deserve. In Gotham, if you do not assert yourself, you will get crushed.
Look, fuck it. The world ain't set up for the honest man to succeed. Mechanic's a good job. That should be the American dream right there. You know, beautiful story with a happy ending. But that ain't the way the world works, Vic.
In Episode 3, Bliss, Oz drives this lesson into Vic. He pushes him to be more assertive, to demand more, and to never let anyone underestimate him. 8. That's the thing about family. It's your strength. It drives you. But if it don't make you weak, too. And I can't have that no more. Family cuts both ways. It gives you strength, but it also leaves you exposed. Oz knows this better than anyone. Loyalty is everything to him, but in Gotham, attachments can be a dangerous weakness.
I mean, that's the thing about family. Oz, it's your strength. Oz, it drives you. Fuck if it don't make you weak, Oz.
In Episode 8, A Great or Little Thing, he tells Vic this before making a brutal decision. He has seen how emotions can lead to betrayal, and he refuses to let that happen again. 7. In my neighborhood, they throw a parade in his honor. A friggin' parade. It wasn't fancy, but it was a gesture, a show of love, of what he meant. Oz isn't just after fear, he wants to be remembered. This line reveals his hunger for respect, proving that even in Gotham's underworld, legacy matters. He doesn't just want power, he wants his name to mean something.
In my neighborhood, they throw a parade in his honor. A friggin' parade. I mean, it wasn't fancy, but it was a gesture. To show love of what he meant.
In Episode 1, After Hours, he tells Alberto why respect rules the streets. Reflecting on someone who had real influence, he makes it clear, true power isn't just about violence, it's about the mark you leave behind. 6. Let's dance. Short, simple, and chilling, Oz doesn't need long threats. When he drops this line, you know a fight is coming, and he's more than ready to throw down. In Episode 5, Deal with the Devil, just before a brutal confrontation, Oz embraces the chaos. He's not just prepared, he's eager, proving that fear has no place in his world. 5. For me, fuck the G-damn world. This is pure, unfiltered rage. Oz has spent his life being underestimated, and this line is his way of saying he's done taking orders. It's him against the world, and if he has to burn everything down to prove himself, so be it.
Gotham's yours, sweetheart. Nothing's standing in your way now.
Goddamn right.
In Episode 7, The Crowns of Gotham, after facing betrayal and disrespect, Oz finally snaps. He's done playing by the rules, now he's taking control on his own terms. 4. Shit like this, the pain of it, you gotta be careful, 'cause it'll eat you alive if you let it. Pain is a weapon. If you let it control you, you lose. Oz knows this all too well. This line reveals his understanding that grief and anger can destroy a person unless they learn to wield it wisely. In Episode 4, Blood and Business, he warns someone about the dangers of dwelling on pain. He's seen people break under its weight, and this is his way of reminding them, and himself, that in Gotham, survival means mastering your pain, not being ruled by it. 3. I asked for extra pickles and they gave me 2. So a normal amount of pickles is 1. This is classic Oz, sarcasm in the middle of chaos. Even in tense moments, he finds humor in the absurd. It's his way of staying in control. He says this in episode 1, After Hours, while diffusing tension with Vic. Even in the darkest situations, he keeps his sharp wit and calculated mindset, proving that nothing shakes him. 2. Stay here and try to find your sense of humor. It's got to be in here somewhere. Oz doesn't just survive, he thrives. This line mocks someone who's taking things too seriously, proving that humor is one of his greatest weapons. He says this in episode 2, The King's Debt, while mocking someone for being overly serious. Oz knows that laughter keeps you sharp, and he uses it to stay in control, even when things get dangerous. 1. The world is not set up for the honest man to succeed. America is a hustle. This is Oz's entire philosophy in one line. The world isn't fair, and playing by the rules won't get you anywhere. If you want to win, you have to hustle.
They set up for the honest man to succeed. The world wasn't built for guys like us. America's a hustle.
He says this in episode 3, Bliss, while reflecting on the nature of power. Oz knows that Gotham and the world rewards those who take what they want. This line defines his entire approach to life and crime. And that's it, the 10 most dark and gritty Oz Cobb quotes from the Penguin. Every line is packed with power, wisdom, and that ruthless charm that makes him unforgettable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Screen Legends Speak for more in-depth explorations of the most iconic characters in TV and film. We've got plenty more legendary quotes and unforgettable moments coming your way, so stay tuned, this is just the beginning.